Hi everyone, hi Guitasters, welcome to another episode of Learn Guitar with Caleb Christmas Special. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, remember that you have to get in on Twitch to really be watching. You have to get in on Twitch to be part of the conversation. That's really the best way to do it. Great. Today we're doing Mary Did You Know? Now, this is going to be really awesome if you watched yesterday's video on What Chart Is This, because a lot of the chords are the same. In fact, the whole first two lines of the verse, the whole beginning sequence is exactly the same. I'm not kidding. So yesterday we did what child is this who laid to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping? That's our E minor, D, C, B7. That's our Phrygian progression. Now, it's our hit the road jack progression. Now we have the exact same thing happening here. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? And that, it's literally that twice, and then it kind of changes. It's got the chorus section. It's got an interesting sort of it's got a verse chorus thing in each stanza, and then it's got its own different variation bridge section. So it's a very similar format. In fact, if you wanted to write a modern gospel Christmassy song, as you can see, this is a really good one for it. Because two big, more modern, popular Christmas songs for, I guess, the religious Christian Christmas community use this same progression. And it's not as upbeat as Hit the Road Jack, but it's got this beautiful, it's a somber, special, mystical, but pleasant sort of, it creates a mystery and a fantasy to it that's really wonderful and stuff. But it also creates a genuineness, I think, for those of us who believe that makes it, I guess, more real. Because it contemplates, I guess, it takes Christ in the context. It's not just celebrating that he was born or something. It's like celebrating. It's because of both those songs, the lyrics are more about Christ as who would do these amazing things and sacrifice himself for everyone, and is God. So it's got this really interesting spin. Anyway, let's take it away and go into the song. So I'm actually using a very, very similar picking pattern to what I did yesterday as well. So yesterday we did this, we're in a 3/4 time, and we did a 6-3-2, so 6-3-2, 6-1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 3, 1-2, 3, 1-2, 3, 1. And today we're doing a 4/4 pattern, a standard common time. So we've got this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you can either do it like 6 3 2 3 1 2 3 2, or you can go 6 3 2 6 1 2 3 2. If you want a little bit extra bit of that bass note in there. So it's really nice. And then you obviously move the thumb depending on what string of chords you do. But so, again, same chord, so we got that E minor chord, our D chord, our C chord, and we have our B7 suspended chord. So it's got that open E note there. You can resolve that by just adding that fourth finger in there. If you think it's too unresolved, which I will kind of do by ear as I go at different places, depending on whether I think it needs it. I think generally in the verse it doesn't need it, but I think maybe in the bridge is a slightly more climactic place. It's a little more effective there. But that's sorry, and then that's the beginning basis of our whole song. D, 4th string, C with the 5th string on the thumb, and then B7. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? And then this is where it changes. Let me just pull up those lyrics so I got those here. Did you know, C, that your baby boy has come to make you new? Okay, we got an interesting thing happening there. We talked about it before in relation to different songs. So C, D, G, D sus over F sharp bass going to E minor, or you can do E minor 7 or E minor. And that the reason why that is crucial, that's that transitional chord between G and E minor, that D sus with the F sharp bass chord. So I've got this G chord, this is that G chord. So again, first finger on the second string of the second fret of the 5th string, second finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, your 3rd finger is on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and your 4th finger is directly underneath on the 1st string. And that's your G. And then to transition, you put your first finger up there and your second finger down there, and then they come in together to make an E. So that's a D sus F sharp bass, and then they come in together to be an E minor 7 chord. You can take those up and just make it E minor as well. But again, the Beatles use it, Ed Sheeran uses it, Oasis uses it, Green Day use it. There's a lot of reasonable guitar players who will play songs in like folky acoustic stuff, who will play songs in the key of G, will often use this as a nice transitional chord between the G and the E minor chord. So, did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you've delivered will soon deliver you. So we do this. So C, A minor, B7. So that's our second half of our verse, or you could call that our chorus, really. That's our chorus there. Did you know that your baby boy? So C, D, G, transitional chord to E minor, or C minor 7, C to A minor, B7. And that's the same for like every stanza, and then the bridge is different. So let's go through now into the second verse. I'm going to play through it nice and slowly. If you're catching on, follow along or something. And if you are on the live stream or Twitch, I've got the chat open here. You can ask questions. This is why if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, you want to get in on the Twitch chat. So you can follow to know when I'm going live and things like that. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will calm a storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? And when you kiss your little baby, you've kissed the face of God. Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know? And this is where we go into our bridge section. So that was just a kind of a little reprise, or like an interlude that uses the intro chords, which is the same as the beginning of the verse. So we go into our bridge section here. The blind will see. So again, it's sounding very similar to the chorus. C. The blind will see. D. The dead will hear. The deaf will hear. The dead. Excuse me. Voice is high. The dead will live again. Now what happens there? It doesn't go G with the F sharp bass D chord to the E minor like it did in the chorus. We have a little bit of a trick happening here. It's similar. It starts off the same, but it does something different because it's the bridge. So the blind will see, the deaf will hear. Then we have E minor, D, C, B bass chord, transitional chord going to A minor. So it's got this rundown, just like we had the rundown in the bass notes, G, F sharp, E there. We have the same thing happening, just starting on the E minor chord, going E minor, D, C, B bass, going to A minor. And so it's and again, which is the same idea that's happening in the whole verse. It's a running down progression, E, D, C, B. It's a Phrygian progression, and we're doing the same thing here. The dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. And so A minor, D, and B7. Again, that's just those. That was a D7 chord. You can do a regular D, it's fine. D7 has a better resolution there because the B, just because of the way that the notes work there. The C results to the B. There, it works better. So yeah, if you are watching on the Twitch stream, you can't feel free to ask questions as we go along this. But so let's quickly recap if you joined in. So we have C. So our Phrygian progression: E minor, D, C, B7, and then our chorus has got this C, D, G going F sharp bass D chord to E minor, C, A minor, B7, and our bridge is C, D, E minor, D, C, B bass note on the there going so to A minor. So if you need to see that a bit better, so C, B bass note going to the A minor. It's got that C, B, blah. So the blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. And then again, third verse. Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day rule the nations? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb? This sleeping child you're holding is the great I am. Mary, did you know? Anyway, that's the whole song. And so it's really nice and simple, and it uses a lot of the same techniques we used yesterday in What Child Is This? So it's really great. So they're really similar in a sense. What Child Is This is more simple. This is slightly more complicated. It's got a little more interesting things happening here, a few more chords. But again, and it's in a slightly different time, we use the same basis of our pattern, which one's 3/4 and one's 4/4 for our finger picking pattern there. But either way, it's a really beautiful song, and it's just a matter of like you get familiar with the movements between the harmony and stuff, and it becomes really nice and easy and flowy. And again, any skill you want to develop on guitar, any song that you want to be able to play on guitar is a combination of different skills. And so ideally, like I usually do with my regular guitar lessons that we do, and regular practice, a lot of it is just walking through basic exercises for like chords, arpeggios, scales, strumming, all this stuff. And like walking you through different exercises, because most of our practice really, we don't want to just learn a song. We want to actually focus on doing all of the things that we need to learn, focusing on technique and the skills that we put together and we build our little talent pyramid, I like to call it. Anyway, we're going to finish off today by playing through the whole song nice and slowly. You can follow along at home, and if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube and you really want to get in on the live stream so you can ask questions and stuff, you really have to follow me on Twitter or on Twitch or on Facebook at LearnGuitarWithCaleb, so you can get in on the live stream, you know when I'm going live, and that way you can kind of get in on it. Otherwise, and also feel free to comment, let me know what song you want me to do. So I'm not going to be doing one tomorrow. We've got a big Christmas party for church happening tomorrow, Saturday here in Australia, and so I'll be back Monday with a different song. We're doing another 5 more songs next week, right leading up into Christmas and stuff. Let me know what songs you guys are wanting. The only one I'm totally set on, definitely. I'm definitely going to be doing "Oh Come All Ye Faithful," and I'm going to definitely be doing "Oh Holy Night." Those 2. The other 3 totally up in the air. So let me know if you've got any suggestions. Otherwise, grab your guitar, join in. We're going to go through "Mary Did You Know." And so you can do a nice little Phrygian progression, E minor, D, C, B7 there as your introduction. So ready? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you've delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will calm a storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? And when you kiss your little baby, you've kissed the face of God. Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know? The blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb. Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day rule the nations? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb? This sleeping child you're holding is the great I am. Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know? Anyway, that was Mary Did You Know. That was the end of our tutorial today on how to play Mary Did You Know. And again, if you just joined us, it's very similar to What Child Is This? Hi, Wolfie Glick, #1 fan. Remember, if you are watching on Facebook or on YouTube, you have to get on Twitch to be part of the live stream so you can ask questions as we go along. I can give you specific technique advice and things on how to do what we're doing better. Otherwise, I'll be back next week, Monday to Friday, with 5 new songs, new Christmas songs leading up to Christmas, how to play a bunch of songs. We're doing Oh Holy Night, we're going to be doing Oh Come You Faithful. We're going to have 3 more that I haven't picked yet, but we're going to be doing them next week. So again, if you... Thank you. Thank you for watching. Anyway. So again, yes, make sure you follow on Twitch or on Facebook at Learn Guitar with Caleb, or on Twitter at @thecrossteddy, all one word. So you can really get in and know when I'm going live, so you can join in on the conversation in the Twitch community. Thank you so much for watching, Guitar Says. Merry Christmas, and I will see you next week.